upset. You feel me?
Listen,
but this is what it is, man. Live on Broadway.
We gonna get out this big. So let me start this shit off real quick. All right, so it's gonna be a lot of energy. Let me start this shit off real quick. Make sure my tonality is correct. Me. Unique New York. Unique New York. Mike. Clear. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast, where the situations matter more than the relationships. Perspectives will be respected by everybody. Prayfully. If this is your first time tapping in with us, don't be easily threatened or angered, because much like you, every giant here first started off as a perfect stranger. We asked everybody tap in and get in tune with us by way of YouTube, Broadway the Giant. Like, comment, and subscribe. Clubhouse, scroll up to the top, hit that link, and watch us the way we're intended to be seen. Hit that like button, like, comment, and subscribe. Tap in with us also on all streaming platforms, podcast streaming platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are available. Now that I got that out the way, we're going to have some discussions today. And I'm rolling up my sleeves. I don't know if y'all can see me on YouTube, but the sleeves are rolled up. Respectfully, disrespectfully, we coming in hot. And we got some things to discuss. And I'm joined by YouTube viewership. I'm also joined by Clubhouse listenership. And what up, though, Lolo? I see you guys. And I'm also joined by Instagram. Tap in with us. _Broadway. Sean, I see you. Shout out to my guy, Abracadabra. Shout out to It's Lola. Lona. Shout out to...
It's Lana.
Lana. I'm sorry, Lana. Don't kill me. Blame it on my mind, not my heart. Shout out to Allison Lindell. We got Laundry. My guy, Ab, is in here with me. We had a conversation, and... we had a conversation offline, and we wanted to have this conversation online. And I think it was brought to you in part by some toxicity we seen in these hallways and whatnot. So we wanted to have this conversation in front of you guys, right? Because the best conversations happen offline, but when we allow it to happen online, I think it's the best way. So Ab, from your perspective, how did this become a thing? And I'm going to give mine as well before we actually get into the meat and potatoes. Tap in with us, but we're going to have this conversation one way or another.
Great room. Like, I was in these halls, and I, entered some rooms, and just hearing the back and forth, the dialogue that men and women are having about relationships, and crazy thing is, a lot of people have all this advice, and they're not in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're not married. They're not even they don't even have a partner, but they have all the advice in the world to give, so it's just like, you got to take it with a grain of salt, right? But the conversation came about. women were saying that, they use men for their money if they don't have any personalities. So it was mind-boggling to me that on one hand, you want a man that have money, but on the next hand, you're now saying that you using these men that have money because they lack personality. So what you want? All right? Like, what do you want? You want the man with the money, you want the man earning, or you want somebody with a personality that's broke? Because that's what it seems like a lot of them end up. That's the type of relationships that's circling around or causing all of this back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
However, now, somebody brought up something like, "Hey, what's your current situation?" And it just signaled back to something that I posted on my Facebook a few years ago.
Okay.
I'm not dating a woman that credit score is less than a 750. You know what I mean? I see you being easy and saying less than a 700, but If it's less than a 750, you're not responsible. I can't fuck with you, ma, because I'm doing good things. I'm doing good things. I got assets. I got a lot of stuff going on for myself, and I don't want to take on no liabilities. I eat out every night. So I'm saying, like, what we gonna do, man? If I offer you $1,000, what you gonna do with that $1,000? And that's a test that I give them. That scratch test. If I give you 1,000 right now, what you would do? And a lot of these women spend that $1,000 before they could even take their second breath.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. None of them is making investments. Their credit score is down. So how am I gonna invest in them? But that's where I rest, man. You feel me? If your credit score is less than a 700 due to Broadway lowering the standards just for you, I can't fuck with you, and that's it.
Hey, listen. All right. So here's the thing, right? There's a lot of people out here that's wandering around. A lot of women, a lot of men. But I'm going to be specific because I'm a man. There's a lot of women out here that's wandering around with 700 scores, and I applaud it, right? But on the other side to it, I kind of feel as though I lowered it because I know originally it was 725. I lowered it just a little bit because it's almost like that 65. If you can't get past this, then, and there's a lot of people that can't get past the 680. So if you at 700, there has to be a baseline, and the baseline I'm putting in on it is 700, because with 700 I could work with you a little bit. 725, you become an anomaly such as myself. You get what I mean? So for me, she could be about 700, but I get the 725. We want to open the platform up for everybody because I know it's going to get a little bit toxic. And personally speaking, I feel like you should listen. Move out my way if you under 700. Move out my way. You just wasting my time. And there's a lot of women out here that wouldn't date a nigga that was broke or had under 700. So we gonna keep that same energy. Tap in with me. We got Lundria, we got Allison, we got Maya down there in the group. Maya, bring your ass up here. And we got Lana. Lana, right?
It's Lana, yeah.
Lana, all right, cool. Lana, tap in with me. How you feel, Queen?
Listen, I believe romance without finance is a nuisance. If you don't have your shit together, you shouldn't be in a relationship that's woman or man. However, get your credit score up and get your stuff together before you're in anybody's face. That's how I personally feel. But 700 and 725, that's old news. If it ain't 800 or better, I don't know.
Talk about it.
That's fine. I think we should PTR our credit score.
Ah, man.
So wait.
Talk about it.
So wait, I'm joined by, what's your name on Instagram, Queen?
I'm Little Sammy, 95.
Wait, say it again, Queen.
Oh,
me?
No. I'm talking on Instagram.
No,
okay. Oh, I'm Little Sammy, 95.
What? Where are you tapping into us? Where are you tapping in with us?
I'm in England.
England, big energy in England. All right, Queen. So, all right, before we even go in, I have to ask you this question. Is your credit score 700 or better? Hello.
Honestly, my credit score is shit.
Wait.
I'm honest. Me and my partner's credit score. But you know what? I love my partner for him, not for the dollar or anything like that. I love him for him. Money comes and goes. Money can't buy happiness, can't buy love. It just buys items.
So are you so you're in a relationship right now, currently, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 years. Could you date your man? What was his credit like when you got with him?
Still crap.
So do you feel like you belong?
He only just got a job when we started getting together. I still loved him.
And you still loved him. Wait. We need context. How old were you when y'all got together?
I was 23. 20, going on 20. Yeah, I was 23. He was 22.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a first child. I fell pregnant when I was 24. But I found out when I was 25 I was pregnant with my eldest.
With him, you was pregnant with with your oldest from him. So let me ask Clubhouse, respond to her. We have let me get her name correct. We got it's Lisa. Is that how you say it? Lisa Mimi? All right, cool. So Clubhouse, respond to her. Is there context? Does age matter about dating a person with credit score and with a disdainful credit score?
Absolutely, it matters. Absolutely.
Well, that sounds like dickmatism with what he had. You got good penis. You got good penis. You really don't have a good credit score. There you go.
Hold on 1 second, because they all right, there we go. Tap in, say that again, Lindell.
It definitely do matter. She probably 20, she was just leaving her parents' home, so she didn't understand the importance or significance of that credit score, because it's something that we look past. You feel me? As a man, we see a cute shorty. We not worried about her finances. We want to take care of her. We want to put her in them, white Nike ears. We call them wifey ears. You feel me? We want to doll her up. But now when you get older and you start looking to purchase homes and you want to do businesses and there's nothing to piggyback with, it's like there's no support. It's like, yo, ma, I can't fuck with you. You're just a liability. Your credit ain't even good. Like, come on, man. So at least take care of your credit.
So
that's just it. So age definitely do matter.
So she's responded to you, Ab. Go for it, Queen.
Basically, I got kicked out at the age of 19. I had to leave my job and everything. I had to start from scratch. I was in shared housing for ages.
You muted on this app. I don't know if you know that you muted on this app. You muted.
My bad. Go ahead, Queen.
I'll start again. Basically, I got kicked out. I had to leave my job. And my last check was about 300 quid. That was enough just to kick me out and get me sorted. I had found out about fibromyalgia in 2018. Mm-hmm. I had to go on sick. I'm still on sick, but my goal next year is to get back into work and study again and possibly start my own career, either as counselist or go to criminology psychology, to make my kids proud of me as a mother and do something with my life. I've been looking at different ropes and everything like that, what I want to do. I got to fit around my boys, my partner as well. Can't leave him out. And make things happen for a reason.
So in short, she's pretty much saying, so Ab, you're saying that age matters, right? Because from a certain age to a certain age, we're not really thinking about certain things. She's saying that she has circumstances that she was living under. So
I didn't.
So because she has circumstances that she was living under, it makes sense. What she's saying, it does make sense to me, because she had her oldest at 19, right?
Miscarriage at 19. I had my eldest now. I was pregnant with him at 24, gave birth when I was 25.
How old are you now?
I'm 27.
So let me ask you a question. If in a rare situation, and God forbid it didn't work out with you and the father of your children, would you date a dude that was broke and he couldn't provide anything for you?
It's not about the money. At the end of the day, I don't see myself with anybody else but my partner. If me and my partner broke up, I wouldn't settle for anybody. My heart belongs to one person. And this love I've never felt before in my life.
Isn't that a song? This love I never felt before? Ab, tap in.
Do you got a sister for me? Because if you got a sister with that mentality,
I have got a sister, but she's nothing like me, darling.
She said, she's go ahead, say it again, quick.
But she's a bitch.
She said she has a sister, but she's nothing like her. She's a bitch.
Okay, forget it. We don't want her. We just want. You know what? I need to get your DNA so we could go and try to make a clone of you, because I need like 2 of yous in my life. I need 2 of yous. 2 of yous I can't lose. You feel me?
So here's the thing, right? I think that what up though, Mr. Let Go, I see you, King. So here's the thing, right? I think it's a waste of time dating somebody with the credit score under a 700 because in the essence of things, you probably wouldn't date me with a credit score underneath 700. Let's just get there, right? I feel like if we talking about my mouth is back. Pause. I feel like when we talking about equal opportunity, there's a lot of women that don't rise to the same standard that they want their man to rise to. So I'm moving out here with the mindset of 700 or better. There's some Ab said he not dating you if you got 720 if you under 725. You got to be 725 or greater. I want to hear from Lundria. I want to hear from Ab. Lindell, tap in. YouTube viewership, tap in. I see you guys in the comments. Hit that like button. Tap in with me. Allison, Lindell.
Hey man, I think you got two different people. You got people who want responsibility, care about their credit score, want to make sure that the money's right, and then, like I spoke of, and then you have the man or woman that got that WAP or that stigmatism that none of that matters. And I think when we speak of it, we got to know what stage in life that we're in, because we're older now, so we're about the money. But when we was younger, I don't think we would have thought of like this. I don't think this would have been a idea or a concept that the 700 would be. We were just happy to have a 600 and we could get an apartment. Now we on, right. You got to be responsible as a woman and a man in order for us to build. So, it's just what stage of life you're in, I believe. That's just where I see the lens of. But.
Shout out to Mr. Let Go. He said broke women are constantly in survival mode. She'll throw a man under the bus for survival. And here we go. Here we have it. There's a lot of women that's underneath that 700 that's in survival mode. They're broke. They wouldn't give you the same grace that you're giving them. I always use this analogy, right? In the instance of a woman, she's in her big body, 580 Benz 2023. She's sitting at the light. She passing through, and a dude is coming across the street with a baby pushing a baby stroller with two other kids. You think she gonna stop for him? I'll wait.
She's not supposed to.
Whoa.
The fuck?
She's not supposed to.
She's not
supposed to.
Why?
No. What? We're not held to the same standards. It's not an even playing field. Women and men are not held to the same standards.
So if you
just be honest.
I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead, because I'm a suicide bomber. I'll blow this whole shit up real quick. Because I feel like y'all want equal opportunity when it's best suited for you. Hold on. Y'all want equal opportunity. Women ask for equal opportunity when it's best suited for you. Y'all want equality here. Y'all want equality there. But y'all want to move the goalposts and say things like, we're held to different standards. I thought the objective was y'all wanted to be equal opportunity. Hello?
Absolutely not.
I would help the guy out.
Go for it, Quint.
Okay, I would help. If I saw somebody with two kids, it don't matter what sex, and they were struggling, if I only had a couple of quid in my purse, I would give it to him.
Round of applause.
You know why? Because it's an act of kindness. I don't expect anything in return. I took my cat to the shop in his carrier backpack. This little boy was looking at sweets. So you know what I said?
What you saw?
I'll get them. Pick whatever sweets you want, and I'll get them for you, darling. He was with his mum. His mum said, "Thank you so much."
But
I don't want anything in return. I like doing act of kindness for anybody. I see on benefits.
So hold on.
And
hold on,
if I can do what I can, I will.
Round of applause for you. Now I want to hear from I want to hear from Clubhouse. Tap in. Go for it.
So a lot of these women that you're talking about that have the over 700 credit score, right? As far as the age demographic, that's great that they have that. However, let's also understand that they're spending other people's money, other men's money to clean up their credit. So yeah. So you want that? You want to be the side dude.
So all right, I received that, Lana. This is in response to what you said. So I want to hear from you too. Equal opportunity. Women aren't held at the same standard.
We're not. Listen, if women prospect, and I'm just going to be honest about it. You know, prior to me being married, I prospect. That's how I got my husband. But if I'm prospecting and if I see a guy and he looks like he's struggling, I ain't going to stop. I'm just being honest. Why would I? You know, you gotta date your wage. I'm sorry, or somebody that's doing better than you.
Now, see, I'm trying. Listen, I'm about to wake it up.
Not right.
I'm about to wake it up. Watch this. Where are you from, Queen? How do you say your name on Instagram?
Little Sammy, 95.
95. I'm just gonna call you 95. I'm just gonna call you 95.
95.
All right, 95.
I swear.
95.
I'll go respond.
What's
that breaks my heart.
What's your we're speaking to you in England, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're speaking to you in England. Your service is a little nervous, sweetheart. We're speaking to you in England. We're speaking to you in England. What's your nationality, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm British.
Sean on YouTube said she's what he said? I'm sorry. He said she's from another country. I appreciate what she said though, Sean. I appreciate what 95 said. Right? And the reason why, and the reason me waking it up is I think there's a different mindset when it comes to black and brown women versus women of other nationalities. She said that she said that she'll stand. It's not about the bag for her. She gonna step in and do what she gotta do. 95 says she gonna do what she gotta do to rise to the occasion, because if she likes to do, she gonna rise up and do what she gotta do. Am I understanding you right? 95.
Basically, even if I'm with my partner, I'll still help somebody out. I won't leave someone struggling. No chance. Why should someone struggle?
Whoa. Because the question is not with your partner. I'm talking about to date somebody that's struggling. Would you date somebody?
Yeah, my partner was struggling before I got with him. So yeah, I would.
Can't make this shit up. Ab, go for it, Ab.
Let me ask a question. We understand that your partner's the love of your life, right? We understand that. You made that clear. Now, what we're trying to do now is revisit the situation with your partner. Remove the love. Let's go back to when you first met your partner, right? You was a young woman at the time. Now at 25, 27?
I'm
you said 25 or
yeah.
Now 27. Same circumstances. You walking down the block in Britain, or wherever you located, and you don't got to reveal his name, but we're gonna say Billy, and Billy walks up to you and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And you know that Billy is struggling. Are you giving Billy the opportunity to date you?
Yes.
She said yes.
I can't believe this. Are there any mother? I'm going to Britain. I'm not here.
I'm not. Listen, if Billy is struggling, Billy's gonna stay struggling. I ain't helping.
All right, now I got another question.
Go for it. Right? Go for it.
I got another question. I got a question too.
All right, we gonna get to you in a second. 95. Ask your question, Sean. I mean,
I got a question because I'm not struggling, right? am I going to be now a person that's not struggling approach you? Are you going to treat them even better than the person that's struggling? Or are you going to give them the same treatment?
I'll give them the same treatment.
Oh, I can't mess with you. You
give them
can
the same treatment. I really would.
I think there's a cultural difference here.
Yeah,
no, I'll take care of them. Literally, when I get paid, I sort bills out. I look after my boys. And then I don't think about myself. I just take care of my family. So I gotta get the door.
Okay. Hold on, 9-5. Hold on, 9-5. Go for it, Queen.
Okay.
I'm talking to you.
I'll mute my mic.
Guys, we
so love is self-love. Before you can take care of anybody else, you got to take care of you.
That's a
and
fact.
That's just how I
believe.
A fact. That's how I believe. So if you're struggling, anybody that I believe before, we shouldn't complete each other. You should be whole before you get with somebody, and they should be whole too. Because if you two struggling, you can't elevate. And that's just my spiel on that. If you're struggling, I'm sorry, I'm not going to put myself in a position to elevate you and help you. Because you have to already have that foundation, because I have mine. So I can pop my shit and I can speak like this because I have my shit together. If you don't have your shit together, you can't get in my face. I'm sorry. But I'm just not going to do it. I ain't going to do it.
Sassery said on YouTube, she said the struggle sex be amazing. That's why. LOL, he's stroking for a roof in a hot mill. Wake that all the way up.
See, but what happens is women get caught up into that, right? And then these men will become complacent, and this can happen in both ways. It's not just a man thing; it's a people thing. The more you do for a person, the less you have to offer them.
Whoa. Say that again. Wait. Say that again slower. The more you do for a person, the less you have to offer them?
That's correct.
Elaborate on that.
Yeah, you got to explain.
Okay, I'm going to elaborate on that. The more you do, so if y'all are not married, y'all are in a relationship, the more you do for a person, the less you have to offer them. Why? Because they don't have the same value for what you did for them because they didn't do it themselves. It's like if you go out and you make your money. If you go out and you work for your money, you have a different value for it. If you're just giving and giving and giving, the person you're giving to, they don't have any value for you, for what you did for them, because you did it.
Stay there. Stay right 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 there. I'm in agreement with that. I'm in a whole 100% agreement with that. The more you do for a person, the less you have to. Round of applause. I'm sorry, Queen. Continue on. I'm just in all about that, and the way you're explaining it is right on.
Listen, I got my perspective. The men in my life are very involved. My daddy, my grandfather taught me this shit. No woman could teach me this, And the more you do for a person, they're not going to value it. You ever see a situation where you can be with someone, let's say you look at a relationship that never blossomed into anything outside of relationship other than just stagnated 10-year relationship, kids involved. You ever see that couple break up and then, like, for example, let's just use the man in this case. But the man gets out of the relationship and he moves on and he's married within 6 months to somebody else. It's like, why pour into somebody just to make them perfect for someone else? That's what we do as people. Women do it. Men do it. That's a people thing. But the more you do for them, the less you have to offer them. They're never going to value it because they didn't do it. They don't know what it is to. The young kids now say they get it out the mud. They don't know what that is.
They don't know what that is. I have a saying that I often say as well, right? That dovetails with that. And that's a lot of times, well, I guess it's probably saying the same thing, just in a dumbed down way, right? It's like a person starts to build entitlement, a sense of entitlement, the more you do for them, right? They start to expect things based off of...
It's a false sense of entitlement.
Say it again?
It's a false sense of entitlement.
A false sense of entitlement.
It's a false sense of it because they feel like you should be obligated because that's been your behavior. So it shouldn't stop. It should just keep being elevated and they should have more and more and more. You should just keep on They need to keep on consuming from you. It's the American thing to do.
It's the American thing to do.
It's the American thing to do.
Hold on. Let me because I know 9-5 had a question too. Go for it, 9-5.
Also, I want to reply to that young lady too, because I understand where she's coming from completely. I've been in that situation before. I'm a quite giving person in a relationship, and I learned my lesson. The person just took from me. 2 of them actually, but my relationship now, it's 50-50. I set random surprises for my partner. Like date nights, like take out and gaming or take out a movie. It's the simple things we love. We don't like the big things in life. But now we include our son. But my biggest question is...
Is 50-50 a financial component? Like when you say 50-50, what does that look like?
Basically, we go split the bills. Like say I do food shop. And I do the kids' food shop as well, because it can be different. I got to go to different shops for it.
Yeah.
And I'll say I do my phone bill. If I need to put gas on, I'll put some gas on. If electric's fine, I can leave that. And I'll sort water out. And we go 50-50 on council tax unless he does it and he tops up the gas and electric. And the rest we have fun because we just share our money.
Hold on.
Yeah, we just share money in.
Hold on, 9-5. Go ahead, Lana.
I said that works for some people. You know, if it works, don't break what's not, don't fix what's not broken. If that works, then go ahead. I'm just a woman. I don't believe in 50-50.
I respect that, girl. I respect your decisions at the end of the day. We all live differently.
Yeah. In life, Yeah, because, I mean, that could be when we say 50-50, most of the time, it's like we're referencing like that financial component will have you, but he could be providing it's probably like 100 and 100. As long as he's taking care of you and giving you peace of mind and giving you what you need from him, and he's helping you, that I'm all for it. And, you have to be beneficial to one another.
Yeah.
So wait. Alana,
welcome, Kelly.
Said that
welcome to the stage, Kelly. Go ahead, Ab.
Let me ask you something. You said that you're not with the 50-50. You like 100-100. Or what do you think you're contributing to your marriage right now, currently?
Whoa, that's a great question. Wake it up, Ab.
Okay, so my husband does not have a... Okay, so before I say anything else...
Listen, don't start stuttering now. Don't start stuttering now.
No, there's no stuttering. But before I get into this, I want to explain something. I'm really in a blessed position, and, my husband, in terms of who I'm married to, I'm really blessed. And there's an age difference here, so I do think that that's a contributing factor. But my husband doesn't have any sort of a financial expectation from me. None whatsoever.
Is that because of him or because of you? That's an important question.
Of us both.
Because sometimes men and women alike, but sometimes women acquiesce themselves to whatever a man is okay with. Meaning you meet him, he's setting his standards, he's setting the boundaries, and a woman is saying to herself, all right, am I okay with this versus am I not from the beginning? So the reason why I asked that, because if he came into it saying, listen, I don't want you worrying about nothing financial, I got that, take care of the other intangibles. That's why I asked, is that because of him or because of you?
It's because of us both. So my husband... he doesn't have any financial expectations from me whatsoever. My husband also is the king of the castle, and my husband leads me. I just want to be very clear. I listen to what my husband says, and for the most part, I do nod and say yes. But he doesn't have an expectation from me. If my husband told me today, "Hey, honey, I need you to resign," then I'm going to listen to what he says and do it
without asking any questions.
Without asking any questions. He's earned that right.
He's earned that right. Welcome to the stage, Kelly. Kelly, we having a conversation about if her credit score is under 700. Don't waste your time, bruh. Stop dating broke women because they wouldn't date you. Tap in with me, Kelly. Welcome.
I PTR my credit score, by the way.
So I agree and disagree. Thank you for the space.
Goddamn. Hold on. Wait, Kelly. Wait. She don't PTR'd her credit scores at 819. Round of applause for this shit, goddamn it. 819. Don't play with her.
I just want you to know that's my clubhouse sister. That's my clubhouse sister, Alana. So
That's my brother.
Don't play with her, Ab. 819. You hear me, Sasseries? I appreciate putting color and adding that super chat to the group chat on YouTube. I appreciate the super chats. Make sure you tap in and hit that like button. Hit that like button. Thank you in advance. Tap in with me, Kelly.
So I just said thank you for the space, and I love credit, all things credit. I'm actually educated on credit. What I will say is you can have a weak 800 credit score, so the score doesn't mean anything really. It's the profile.
Oh, wake it up. Wake that up.
Are you dying?
I have an amazing mix.
Well, I'm not talking
Wake
to
it up. Say that.
anyone. I'm not speaking of anyone is
No, Kelly, Kelly, stop, Kelly, stop, no, wait, no, Kelly, stop, hold on, Kelly, God damn it, because fire in the hole, hold on, she said what she said, you can have an 800 credit score and your shit be God damn it, we just waking it up here, Kelly, pop your shit, talk about it, Kelly, we listening to you,
Kelly.
love. Hello.
It's no shit to pop. It's the fact. So if it doesn't fly, it doesn't apply. Let it fly. I see profiles.
Only a hit dog gonna holler. Hey, Kelly, hit dog gonna holler.
No, I mean my intent is just to educate. It has nothing to do with anybody. Like I have best friends who have been in this situation where they had 800 plus credit scores with no mortgage, no car payments,
with no history,
lower level credit cards, but still have an 800. There's nothing wrong with it. I just want people to know that it takes more than a score to get a healthy profile. And I think that once we're building and once we're learning credit and once we know about credit, we're driven with this 3-digit number, right? And this 3-digit number is really not the end all be all. Although it's very healthy to have a great credit score, you also have to be mindful of what is on that profile, because when they go to get certain levels of funding and get denied, they're upset because they thought that all they had to achieve was that score. Mm-hmm. And I help educate people of the difference. So I'm not knocking anybody, and I pray that everybody gets the highest credit score that they need, but what is that score doing for you? And a lot of people don't even know how to leverage that score to do anything, to pull the money out of those credit scores and to leverage that credit. So now that we are more talking about credit more, I just want to make sure people are strategic of what they're doing with their 3-digit scores.
Listen, she's absolutely right in that, right? Because that's exactly the next place I wanted to take it with regarding credit, right? This could be we're going to use this as a learning moment, right? And thank you for that, Kelly, because let me just say this, Queen. There's a difference, but your debt to credit ratio, and the history attached to it, right? The history attached to your credit speaks more volumes about you having a strong credit score than actually the number. So thank you for that, Kelly. Lana, go for it, Queen. And I'm going to throw it back to you, 9-5, in a second, because I know you got questions. Give me 1 second, 9-5. Go for it, Lana.
So, Broadway, you mentioned, I feel like you was throwing pies. So let me get you all the way together.
I'm just shaking it up a little bit, stirring the pot a little bit.
Please shake it up. But a lot of that is not applicable to me because I know, Queen. Mixed.
I'm sure. Sure. I'm just here to stir the pot a little bit. I got you, Queen. Just being divisive. This is what Broadway does.
Don't be being divisive with me. I just hop in the room. Don't be divisive with me. I just giving the education. I don't know.
And we need that education. That education is important.
Absolutely. And we can both give it because I'm a lender.
Well, can you lend me 75 points on my credit score? Hello?
Come on, let's do it. Where you at? What state?
Nah, go 9-5, tap in with me, 9-5. I see you've been there patiently waiting. I appreciate your patience. Queen 9-5, what you got for us?
I think it's so many people are judgmental about what's in a guy's pocket, what's in a female's pocket. But why does that even matter? Shouldn't it be about them personally, their personality, how they are as a person, not their bank accounts?
It should,
You
right?
should.
Now it's all about gold diggers, just wanting money to get the next Prada or Gucci.
Listen,
95. Let me ask you a question. Were you raised on Disney movies?
Raised on Disney movies?
Wait. One mic
Yeah,
on Ab.
Like, were you raised like in watching Disney movies like Aladdin, Cinderella, Snow White?
I know exactly where he's going to with this.
Like,
I'm not sure about that, darling, because I found out a lot of things recently. I can't answer that question because I don't know. I've been lied by my childhood. That's some juicy stuff. Yeah, let's not go into that. So I can't really say that. I've watched movies when I'm older. My favorite Disney is Cinderella because I relate to her.
All right, now Ab, why you asked that question, Ab?
No, because she just saying that basically finance shouldn't matter. And in the idealistic world, not even an idealistic world. Well, is it ideal? Yeah, it's idealistic because it's not real, right? It's not real. Finances does matter.
That's the
But I'm happy that you're in a situation in which you don't think it matters and you're living your life and it's a fantastic life. But that's like a nuanced experience in the work. Like, we could see the current state that everybody's all talking about finances. Everybody's all talking about, what could you bring to the table, things of that nature. And it's a beautiful thing. Don't get it twisted. I'm listening to you, and it's a beautiful thing to hear. That's why I asked you, do you got a sister that's just like you? Because I think that would be dope. I love to see women and hear women speak in a manner like you, but I don't hear it in real life. That it's just only on TV and fantasy when I read Shakespeare and things of that nature, right? You know what I mean? So, but in the real world, real life, it's all about finances. It's all about what could you do for me? What could you bring to the table? How could you make my life easier? But if you're living on love, then that's a beautiful thing, and continue to live on love. You know what I mean? That's dope. But, it's just like, it's your reality, but man, there's a big world out here.
It's not a general reality.
It's a big world out here.
I just feel like love is not enough.
Hold on. And it's not. It's not in most cases. But hold on, right? Because Sean tapped in and he said something on YouTube that's very important. He said 9-5, it should be, meaning finances are important, right? It should be, but it's not here in the States, right? So he's differentiating the difference between what happens here in the States and probably what happens abroad or across the pond. You know what I mean? So there's also that to be factored in it all. You get what I'm saying? 9-5?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. And I struggled because everything's gone up in price, everything like that. I still struggled. I got 2 little ones to look after. That's my partner and my cat. Can't forget my cat.
I got you.
I still have a smile and keep my boys happy.
Hold on, 9-5. Your service is kind of nervous. Can you connect to Wi-Fi? Connect to Wi-Fi because your service is kind of nervous. But I know Lana was saying love isn't everything. Can you
That's the money right there. That's the money right there having an impact on the connection. But we're not gonna talk.
That's the struggle. Tap in with us.
I didn't say love. Oh.
Yeah, her service is a little nervous. Go for it, Lana.
I didn't say love is everything. However, it's not enough. Love is not enough. It's not enough. No. Because you can have someone that loves the absolute ground you walk on, right? And they don't mean you any good. And, you'll find yourself in this position where you're struggling. Like, if somebody can love you, right? But they can love you and be unproductive for themselves. So they can't be productive for you. And I'll say it again, romance without finance, it's a nuisance. After a while, that shit gets old.
Romance without finance. You said something else. It's a nuisance. What she said earlier, she said it's not about What she said earlier?
She said it's not about. She said it's not about bags. It's not about gold digging. You know, but
no,
I believe it is about
Lana.
me.
Yeah, you said earlier when you woke it up. What you said? You said
I said the more you do for a person, the less you have to offer them.
Say that. All right, cool. Just moving along. Just taking notes. The more you do.
Hey, Broadway.
Go for it, Allie.
So, I know Ab made a comment about whether, about Disney movies and so forth and so on reality. But let's also understand that in those Disney movies, there was none of those princesses or women that went after a poor man. They went after princes and kings. So, finances do matter, especially when you're dating. These people, they fell in love and they subsequently married their mates. They married into royalty. They married into prosperity. So let's just really understand what we're doing here. You have to have somebody and meet somebody that has some sort of substance, whether you start and grow into your purpose, or you're already there and they're going to lift you up as well.
Great point of view. So Allison is pretty much saying that they all went for princes in the Disney world, in the Disney space. I want to step in the. We're going to step into final thoughts. Let's step into final thoughts. Let's step into final thoughts. Final thoughts. We go around one more time by way of Instagram, YouTube, Clubhouse, Facebook, and we tap in with the Giants and get their final thoughts. I think it's important because a lot was shared tonight. And more importantly, a lot of things that wasn't said is the things that I heard the most. I'll say it again. A lot of the things that wasn't said are some of the things that I heard the most. I want to get it from you guys. Should we even enter final thoughts? Because I don't feel like we really did it enough justice on the educational side of credit. We got Ab, we got Lana, we got Kelly, we got a few, we got Nell that just joined the stage. I'm gonna hang out with you guys for a little while longer. I'm not going nowhere. Let's hang out for a little while. Let's talk about the ups and downs of credit. How do one establish good credit? Let's tap in with us. Go for it, Ab.
I start off. Pay your bills on time. Pay your bills on time. Do not spend what you do not have. Pay your bills on time. Budget your lifestyle. Understand what you can afford. It all starts with your lifestyle. It's not just about credit. It's a lifestyle. You have to budget your lifestyle. I'm going to let the credit professionals speak to you. But right now, pay your bills on time. Do not spend what you do not have. And that's the starting stages of building your credit.
Well said. Well said. I need everybody that's right now listening to us on Clubhouse. Scroll to the top, hit that link, and hit that like button, please. Share your social currency. It is appreciated in advance. Thank you in advance. Hit that link up top and hit that like button. Go ahead. We listening to you, Kelly.
I will go further and say, look, I'm just always a devil's advocate. I'm just going above and say, pay your bills early, right? A lot of people don't understand that when you pay your bills on time, which specifically credit cards, that due date really is just the last date before you're technically late. And so what happens is when you find your statement date, that's the date that the creditors report to the bureaus of your activity. So to get the best results and optimize your score and optimize your credit profile, you want to know what that statement date is, and you want to pay your balances before that statement date. So when they report your activities, you won't have that utilization. That's a big factor that most people are not aware of. Also, when you're building your credit profile, when you're doing business with these lenders, you make sure you get lenders that give you opportunity to grow. Make sure you're not getting low tier cards that are hard to grow and get larger limits. So kind of like doing an interview with them. They'll be so eager to go out and get lower tier cards and accounts that won't allow you the opportunity to grow. And the last tip that I would say is use your credit as debit. If you don't have the money to spend on that card, don't use it. Use it as you would do your debit cards, because you don't want to get stuck in a predicament of taking years and years to pay off items that you could have lived without. And I land with that. Thank you for the space.
Oh, no, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Round of applause for that. Thank you for those gems. The Giants need that. We need that, right? Even if you know it, sometimes it's best to be reminded of it. Thank you for that, Kelly. Thank you for that, Ab. Lana, go for it.
I believe that credit is a necessary evil. You know, most people walk around and they say, hey, I don't need debt. I don't need it. Yes, you do. If you have things that you want to accomplish to get to the next level, you absolutely need a certain amount and a certain level of debt. For example, your credit is comprised of mortgage, revolving, installment, and then there's like a hybrid between like revolving and installment or what have you, which is the fourth category. And also there's about like 50 different types of FICO scoring models out there, especially as it pertains to what banks and credit unions look at or what have you. You might look at your stuff on Credit Karma and then you go apply in a bank, and we're looking at a bankruptcy indicator and your credit score along with a custom scoring model. So there's more than just the credit score that meets the eye. And when it comes to that and just having, financial conversations, Kelly brought up an interesting point. The day your payment is due or what have you, whatever you made your payment at the close of the business day, that's the date that's actually reported to the Bureau. So you can pay, that's a good practice to pay it prior, but whatever your payment falls on, whatever your balance is that day, at the end of the business day, is what's reported to the credit bureau. And I'll let that play in there.
All right. Any more tips? Any more tips before Broadway go? Welcome to the stage, Nell. I'll say it again when she joined. Any more tips? Because I want to add in there too. All right, cool. So Sean says, so I'm going to get to the question. I'm going to ask the Giants this question you asked on YouTube in a second, Sean. Just bear with me. So credit, as far as credit is concerned, I think, yes, that's very important, right? Like what I like to do whenever I get a new credit card personally, I understand what my due date is, but I also like to call and figure out the day that they actually report. You get what I'm saying? Figuring out that day that they actually report and paying in advance of that date that they report. It's very important, right? To keep your credit in good standings. Another thing I want to emphasize is, which isn't spoken about enough, is business credit, right? Business credit is so important and it's so different. The scoring system and everything else as far as business credit is concerned, it's so much different than regular credit, right? And more people, more lenders, more institutions want to take a better chance, a greater chance on you with your business than probably with your personal credit, because with business, it could be 0 to 60 in a matter of a day. Business credit is so underrated or so not spoken about enough. I feel like we need to really tap in and speak about business credit a lot more, because business credit is where it's at. Trust me, business credit. The scoring system is different, and you could get so many more advantages given to you without a lot of the biases that personal credit hold against you. Personal credit, they look at your history. Business credit, they don't care about your history. You learned that from Broadway.
We do.
Go ahead, tell me more.
We do care about the history or what have you. It all depends on the lender that you're dealing with, and it depends on the business product. Like a business revolving credit card would have a much higher interest rate than what you would have traditionally on the personal side.
Okay.
And that's across the board with most lenders. Now, when it comes to, let's say, a business line of credit, some lenders don't want to extend it unless there is some sort of a collateral behind it. And then other lenders, you just have to know who these lenders are. But some lenders will cap you.
Wait the collateral side to it. That's where your personal credit comes in at, right? Because your personal credit, as I understand at least, your personal credit it allows you to guarantee, excuse me, I'm probably using a different word, not collateral, to guarantee for your business credit until your business credit is to a certain point. Do I have that part correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, and I'm just going to throw a lender out there. Let's say I go over to Chase, and Chase, they have a business model where the metrics is they don't lend over $150,000 unsecured on the business. The moment you go over that $150,000 mark, they want to bring in some sort of a lien, even if it's a blanket lien in the form of what's called like a UCC filing or what have you. So if you go over to Chase and then they say, hey, we'll give you a line of credit on your business. The interest rate is going to be 6%. This is a revolving line. You got to look to see if you'll have a balloon payment, look at your payments to make see if they're interest only or so on and so forth. But you have to look at, the terms of the actual agreement and whatever it is that you're entering into, because some lenders want to be in first lien position by way of that blanket lien. So, I mean, I'm a lender, so I know who my competitors are and I know what it is that they offer. So, we can speak about this. Some banks don't want to lend over that 150 threshold because, it's less riskier. Others, they want to start at 500,000.
I got you.
And so on and so forth. So it all depends on who's the lender, what type of product, and what type of mix it is that you have. Because whenever you're going for a business line, I don't care who tells you this, like you can't do this without a personal guarantee if you're going over like $50,000 with a bank.
Got you.
You're going to have to guarantee. If it's a bank, you're going to have to guarantee. MCAs is different. That's not like merchant cash advance stuff. Of course you don't have to guarantee on that. There's different types of lending vehicles out there and all sorts of creative financing, but as it pertains to dealing with a federally regulated institution, the way in which it's governed, you're going to personal guarantee on a line of credit. Hell, you're going to personal guarantee on a credit card on the business. Now,
listen, Lana about to pull out the whiteboard. You hear me? She about to start giving the whole blueprint tutorial, and I'm here for it, Lana. I know we here for it because there's a lot there that needs to be learned, especially inside the black and brown communities. But thank you for that. Thank you for that, Lana. I don't want to cut your wisdom because you was gonna say something. Lastly, can you finish that thought?
Yeah, I'll finish this thought. You will personal guarantee, but the caveat to that is if you sign a commercial guarantee, then that debt does not show up on your credit personally. Thank me later.
Thank you for that.
Thank you now. Let me just say one thing. Say thank you now. And remember, Lana, after this conversation, we definitely got to discuss my truck and converting it over to
Already got it. Get your flight.
All right, say no more.
Lana, I'm definitely sliding in your back channel. I got questions. Listen, final thoughts for real. We had a lot of discussions this evening. I love the educational aspect of it, right? Because the Giants definitely need that. Before we wrap up, and I want you guys to go in and answer this question before giving your final thoughts, right? Sean had asked a question on YouTube, and he said, if you was giving all the money you asked for today but had died tomorrow, would the money be as important? Tap in, answer that question, and then give your final thought on the conversation as a whole. Tap in with us. Clubhouse, tap in.
Yes. Why? Because my goal is me getting to the bag, me getting this money is for my son and my grandchildren. It's not about me. My whole existence is to make the next generation not have to work as hard. So I'm going to put in this work, all the work that I need to put in so my offspring could live lavishly. You know what I mean? So again, my goal is not for me. I'm not a selfish person. I'm thinking about the next generation and how I can make their lives easier. So, yes.
I love it. Tap in with me. I'm coming to you, Allison. I'm coming to you, Allie.
I have to agree with Ab. I'm a firm believer in legacy. And my plan is to, and it's happening, for my children to be doing better than I am. And for my grandchildren to not have to worry. So it's about leaving something so that they can have and look forward to. So that's my purpose.
Wonderfully said. Wonderfully said. Laundry, I know you've been the silent assassin this evening. Tap in with me. How you feel about the conversation? Did you learn anything new? Do you think men should date broke women? Hello?
So I did learn a lot. I'm going to agree with Allison and the gentleman before that I do. So yes to the question. I did learn a lot from today's podcast, but I guess just a lot I don't need to comment on.
Sure, absolutely.
I guess it just made me want to educate myself more. I do feel like, I guess for me, I don't really pay attention to finance. I didn't pay attention to finance when dating. I even asked the question in the chat, like, when is that appropriate to ask when you're dating someone? Because, like, how do you find out all of that information in the beginning? I just believe that all of that is through experience. And then I think that, from there, you just kind of decide if you want to go forward with that person or not. So that's where I am with, like, the whole conversation that you guys have. But it did, spark some interest in me wanting to become a lot more financially educated. And I know a lot about credit, but I feel like I still have questions and there's things that I want to learn. So that's what I learned from this podcast.
So, I'm sorry. So interestingly enough, right? I think that damn, you had said something. I wanted to provide some commentary too. You had said that if you don't need to answer everything, no, it wasn't that. It was something else you said a moment ago. I was reading a comment, I lost it. But yeah, no, I'm rolling. I see what you're saying. I definitely see what you're saying. It'll come back hopefully before the pod is over. Reg.
Hey, I hope I'm not too loud.
You're good.
Yeah.
Final
I think
thoughts.
I think it was a very interesting conversation. It's definitely educational. But far as since you date broke women, I believe as an adult, most women that is living alone and taking care of themselves, I wouldn't consider them broke, but consider them pretty much, if they're capable of taking care of themselves and having a household, paying their bills, you're talking to an adult. So I think if you are grown, you should date other grown people. As far as financing and gaining resources, I believe those are transactions that should be done in society and within the public. It should be a production as far as the community. You do these transactions and you go out and gain resources to take care of yourself and your significant other, which is your wife and your children, in order so you can create some sort of legacy. And legacy is not only financial, legacy is also educational and knowledge as well. Because what you want for your children when you pass on, what you really want to pass on to your children is actual knowledge and for them to be productive in society. You don't want your children to pretty much be so what people used to call spoiled. Because what they say about the terminology of spoiled for your children is your children not being productive in society, not having a certain skills to operate and bring something or contribute to society that will make his life and his children's life better. I'm fortunate enough to live in a family where my family was highly productive. They did have high productivity, so we able to spend the money that our grandparents have. And my parents is basically gaining the money that were right now. I'm only spending the money that my parents made and the money that I'm currently making with the businesses that we have right now. My children would be spending the money that I'm making. if I don't teach my children nothing, if I don't teach them things like what the young lady was basically educating us on, as far as credit and business practices, and just for them to be productive, then our business would actually absolutely probably fail. And the things that we establish will fail. So if we don't give them the guidance of them to go out in society to be productive, then our children will basically blow up our businesses or maybe blow up our accounts. And you can see with the Kanye West situation, due to bad relationship and bad business practices, $1 billion could be, or you could look at the FT with the crypto thing with the FTC, with a bunch of kids have businesses and they wasn't doing proper business practices, with $16 billion actually blew up and it was disappeared out of nowhere. So I think the main thing that parents and families and couples need to do with their family, and especially with their children, is to have the knowledge and teach them. And you don't have to be a billionaire or a millionaire to teach your children to be productive, because usually children is more productive than their parents anyway. That's just the innovation of society. Children create.
That's the way it should be. It should be that way.
To do that.
It should be that way.
And it usually is that way. I mean, nobody invented the iPhone. That was invented. It wasn't Bill Gates created Microsoft. He learned that his father didn't create that. It was Bill Gates. So and the iPhone was invented by people, not by the parents. The iPhone was invented by the person that actually invented it. So our children is going to be the one to pretty much further our evolution that we're going to have in society today.
Yeah.
So all we have to do is just make sure that they are productive.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Whoa! Shout out to my guy Sean tapping in, adding some color to that chat. I appreciate you, Sean. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that, Sean. Final thoughts on Lana. It's on you, Queen. Final thoughts. Thank you for that, Sean.
So my thoughts are: get with somebody with a good credit score. No. No, but if you're out here thriving and you're out here being productive, then you deserve someone that thinks on the same paradigm and that has the same drive as you do. And, great minds think alike, and that's a saying for a reason. You want to be with someone that is the cream of the crop. People say, oh, money doesn't matter. And oftentimes I hear it from, I hate to say it, women, but I hear it from us. And, you don't think it matters until you realize, shit, I need to qualify for a jumbo mortgage. You just have to bring something to the table. And, it's so many people walking around feeling like they're the table and shit, they're not even the chair.
Wake that up. Thank you for that, Queen. Thank you. Did I get Allison? Allison, did I get you for final thoughts? I'm sorry, Queen.
I sure did.
All right, thank you, beautiful. Final thoughts on Broadway. I think there was a lot, and I see you, Sean. Thank you. I'm gonna answer that in a second. I think there was a lot to be learned here tonight. I think, more often than not, in these spaces, these clubhouse streets, the YouTube capital, I think it's very easy for us to get distracted by the white noise, right? And I think tonight, what I learned tonight, and what I want to share with you guys is the importance of understanding who you are before entering any type of relationship. I remember what it was, Landria. I think a lot of times the best way that we can figure out and ask those difficult questions on credit and get these things early on is by trusting that you're dating somebody, because certain things it's too early. You can't. I'm not asking you your credit score on the first date, second or third, right? But I trust that if I'm dating you and you have a business acumen and you have certain things together, I'm just watching the framing. I don't need to worry about the foundation, because if I'm watching the frame, if I'm watching how you are around your family, if I'm watching how you are around your kid, if I'm watching how you are with yourself, and when it comes to seeing you and learning how you pay bills, I'm going to automatically associate that it's probably not the best, but I can guesstimate that you probably got certain things in order. Right? Now, sometimes there are rare occasions that you can be wrong, but most of the time I would presume you to be right. But for me, I think that it's important. I don't think it's as important to, final thoughts. I'll be transparent. I don't think it's as important to date somebody coming in hot with a great credit score. I think that it's more important to date somebody who's willing to learn and listen, and that's willing to be humble and taught. A lot of times it's hard to teach people how to do things and how to move because they're so stubborn and stuck in their ways. I think that that's the area of opportunity for most of us. People get older and you seek out certain relationships and you want certain things, but you aren't willing to offer yourself the humility that would suggest coming with certain things, because I don't want to be with somebody I can't learn nothing from. And I don't want to be with somebody that I can't teach nothing to. You get what I'm saying? I think these things are very important in the development process of getting to know someone and ultimately settling down with somebody, because we here to talk about marriage and we ain't here to talk about boyfriend and girlfriend for your whole life, unless that's what you want or that's what you prefer. But I'm always gonna promote marriage, right? In regards to what Sean had asked, he said, let me see if I can pull this up and find it real quick. He had asked the question, but if you, what he said? He said a second ago. God darn it, where'd it go? Here it go. He said, if you were given all the money that you asked for today but had died tomorrow, would money be as important? Right? And then he asked, but does it make your life easier, or you're just spoiling them with the entitlement that they can be? I don't know. You got me with that, beloved. But here's the thing. I think that money is important, right? I think there's a false sense of entitlement. And I think that's what Lana said earlier. There's a false sense of entitlement that we spoil you people with. And that false sense of entitlement is it doesn't have to be this way. I'm giving you things as a gift, right? These things and everything that I'm doing for you is a gift that you deserve, that you deserve based off of your performance and how you treat and move around me. You get what I'm saying? But these things can easily be taken away if you move differently. You get what I'm saying? I think that money is important, but it's not the end or be all to the bottom line of more important things like, are you kind to people? Do you have manners? How people treat you, you know what I mean? How you respond in the face of adversity when it presents itself, because that's very important. Tonight was a dope podcast. Shout out to Kelly, shout out to Lana, shout out to Ab, shout out to everybody that lent their commentary. Shout out to Sean Sasseries, Lolo. Shout out to everybody that tapped in with us. Shout out to 9-5 that pulled up on Instagram. Tonight was dope. I appreciate everybody pulling up tonight. Y'all know my vibe, and y'all know my body. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be giant. Pooh! Clip!
Thank you for the space.
Thank you for joining.
Spicy topics. DM us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live on IM_Broadway's Instagram. Clear.